to Creative Moments by G. We are going to make a fantastic card. Let me show you the card we're going to make tonight. Now look at this. Here's the card, and it has a special goodie in this section right here. Now that's typically a tea light card, but we looked at the tea light cards. We don't give tea lights, but guess what we do give? Chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate, right? So we just redesigned it, made the measurements fit a little differently so that we could create this card. So let's go ahead and head down to the crafting table and let's get started. Now, as I was saying, this is the card that we're going to be making tonight. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? And look at this. We're going to create this little box that just simply slips out and fits 4 of these nuggets. You are going to love this, and make sure that you stay until the end because we have 2 other variations to show you that are beautiful. Let's get to cutting. Oh my goodness. Now we just have a few measurements. It's not hard, but let's go ahead. You're going to need a piece of paper that is 11 inches, which is already our cardstock, right? And 5.5. So just go ahead and put your cardstock in at 5.5. We're going to cut it, and now we're simply going to make some score lines. So the first score line you need is 1/2 inch. And what we're creating now is we're simply creating that yummy little chocolate box. Okay, so we need to do 1/2 inch, 1 inch, then we're going to do 2 1/4, and 2 3/4. Now this part creates that cute little area for our chocolate box. And now we're simply going to move it over to 7.5. And those are the only score lines you have to make for this. We'll be making the little box in just a moment. So let's go ahead and crease those lines. Now, whenever you create a little area, you need to always make sure and crease really well, right? So we're going to go ahead and use our bone folder. And we're going to go ahead and crease this area. This is for our card. And now, all we're going to do is put some tear and tape on this little lip right here. And we have used the tape runner, but you know what? It just isn't holding it as well as we would like it to. So we're going to go ahead and use our tear and tape because it does give us a little bit better hold. So what I like to do when I put this down is just go ahead and run that against the tear and tape so it really gets stuck, and then pull it off. Now, the trick to this, get it exactly in the right place, is you see how you have 2 lines right here? We're going to fold on this one, and we're going to fold on this one to create this little area right here. Make sure that's right. Yep. So, and look at that. It created the box very easily. You don't have to worry about it. Go ahead and really secure it well. Okay. And now we have our area that we're going to place our card. And all we have to do now is create the box that goes inside and decorate the outside. So I'm going to put this over to the side, and we are going to create the box. Now you'll need to just take out your paper, and we are simply going to cut it at 6.5. Go on your trimmer to 6.5 and back it down 1/16. And that's because the inside of the box needs to be smaller, right? So you don't have to have all these crazy measurements and worry about everything. Just do that. And now we're going to turn it, and we're going to cut the other measurement, which is 2 1/4, and we're going to back it off 1/16. That's all you have to do. And now we're simply going to score 1/2 inch on all sides. So make sure that you've moved your cutting blade and you've docked it at the very bottom. And let's go ahead and move this to 1/2 inch and just score on all sides. So we have now created our little box. So we're going to put that to the side. We're going to crease all of our sides, and then we just have to make a few little cuts and we're done with that. This is so easy, and I'm telling you, such a perfect gift if you need a Secret Santa or a quick hostess gift. Wait until you see the two that we have to share with you at the end. You're really going to like it. So here we have our box. All we have to do is go to the end and snip it up to the score line, and then we're going to miter the edge. So just cut in. Have a little area like that. Cut into the score line and miter it by just creating a little triangle. Just like that. And all that does is takes out some of the bulk, so you don't have that. Flip it over, cut to the score line, and cut out just a little triangle. Just miter it a little bit. And that's all you have to do for this box. We are done. Now we are simply going to this time we are going to use our tape runner because it's just for the box and it will stick just perfectly. So we're going to flip it over and we're just going to put our tape runner on the edge and just cover the tabs. And I'm using my silicone mat so that when I do get the glue on here, it just beads up. And now all you have to do is just turn that in, hold it, make sure you have a nice sharp edge. Do the same thing. Put your tab on the inside, giving yourself that nice sharp edge. That's really important. Turn it over. Do the same here. And look how easy that was to create the perfect little box. Now let me show you where it goes. And now look at this, how it slips. Should slip in just perfectly. And there we go. And it just slips in and you simply put your chocolates. What I want to do is I want to cut a piece of paper for this and cut a piece of paper for this area right here, the candy area. So I've decided to go ahead and use this beautiful paper. Don't you just love these checks? Now, this piece of paper is simply 1 inch by 5 1/4. So we're just going to cut us a long strip of paper and 5 1/4. And it will go right here. Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. So Christmassy, right? And because we're going to stamp this one with some trees and Merry Christmas, we're going to cut a white piece of cardstock. And so we need that to be 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. And we also need one for the inside. So we're going to cut another one just to get that cut. So it needs to be 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. And now we are going to bring in some really pretty stamps. We have decided to use our In the Pine trees and also our Holly Jolly Wishes because we're going to use this beautiful Merry Christmas to you. So let's go ahead and do our pines. And the pines are a 2-step process. So we have the top part, and then we have the inside of the tree that we're going to stamp. So let's go ahead and get that stamped. I don't know if you've used this tree, but it is so pretty. Let's go ahead and just stamp it right here. Look at that one. And now we're going to stamp some trees in the background, but they're going to be kind of faded. So we're going to ink it up and then just very lightly push it on the paper, and then let's just kind of go in with some trees over here. Not real dark because they're just in the background. Okay, And next we're going to bring in our smaller tree. Go ahead and stamp that. And get him over here. Oh, so cute. And now we need to bring in the inside of the tree. So we are going to use Old Olive. Just colors it in just a little bit. Okay. And now all we have left to do is put our wonderful Merry Christmas right up here. So let's get that one, and let's get our real red. And I'm going to go ahead and take my ink to the stamp and hold it for good contact. So we want to make sure it's really vivid. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. So now let's go ahead and put these on the outside of our card. We're going to put it this way. And this time we're going to use our glue so that we have a little bit of wiggle time in case we need it. And we're going to put this on our candy holder. Now you can put that before you create your box if you want to. But I thought just to show you how to do it, it would be easier to go ahead and put it later. It fits just fine. Easy to put on. And now we're going to put our inside mat for the sentiment, and so that you have plenty of room to write. Okay. And now we're going to get our candy box and fill it with our nuggets. Oh my goodness. And look, it fits 4 perfectly. So let's go ahead and get that in there. And look at that card. See how easy that was to make? You have plenty of room to write your message. Your candy stays right there. And it's just so wonderful. Now, if you like to write long messages, you could always put another piece of paper right here to write another message. But this would be perfect for a Secret Santa, a happy birthday, a hostess gift. It is absolutely perfect. Now remember, I showed you this one that we also made, the same style, but we used the poinsettias and we separated them using dimensionals. I wanted to show you this little fun one. You might have something that you want to give to a younger person. Let it snow. We have this cute little snowman that we used the punch on and set him up on dimensionals. Hoping this season builds heartwarming memories. So we have that one. And then we have this really beautiful one that, of course, is my favorite. Look at this one. Hugs, prayers, and love. This could be anything you want. Friends like you mean more every year. So let us know which is your favorite. Do you like the Christmas tree, the poinsettia, the snowman, or this beautifully elegant one? Well, we just thank you so much for sharing your night with us. We want you to go out and have a fantastic weekend. And everyone that's watching the rebroadcast, please remember, be kind to yourself and others, be creative in your crafting, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.